Hello, everyone. I was having a hard time going live on that other stream, so I hope you can find me over here. Um, see if I can delete that other stream so it's easier. How's everyone doing today? I was trying to mess around with OBS and figure out how to work OBS. So that other stream says something about encoding and stuff. So I had to just forget that other stream, ditch it, and come over here. So how are you all doing today? So I wanted to talk a little bit about, I'm really excited about something coming up on my channel. I'm going to be starting some short little videos that's kind of a game, well, not really a game, but the colors chosen and the techniques chosen will be totally at random with dice. And so we'll see how this works and what kind of paintings we will get from just rolling the dice and seeing what colors, what techniques it tells me to do. I'm going to have it all written out for each number of dice, what color I will be doing. So that'll be really fun. And so I hope you all can hear me and figured out that other stream wasn't working out for me. But so I just started a whole new one. So who's all in here? Oh, see, I got paint. I got new shelving, so that's pretty cool. Trying to get that all organized. Okay, I had it on top chat, figured out to put it on live chat. So, hey, Katie, Evangeline, all right. Robert, kind of helps to put it on live chat. Then you can actually see that people are talking to you. That's all right. So, I'm going to do, oh, thank you, Katie. Yeah, I got kind of open shelving without the sides and stuff because I thought it would be a little bit, open it up and not look quite so crowded. But I'm getting so much art stuff and I needed something, put it somewhere. But yeah, I'm still trying to get it all organized though. But so yeah, I'm gonna start making movies where it's gonna be like random. I'm gonna roll the dice and then that'll tell me what colors, what techniques. So that's gonna be real fun. And then on Tuesdays is gonna be a more talking video where it's like tips and stuff and basics on paint pouring. And then on Thursdays I'll be doing a live every week. And so I think on the lives is when I'll do maybe like a story time and like a question of the day. So like the question of the day, will I use metallics? Rick Sanchez is asking. Yeah, I use lots of metallics. And so, oh, Katie, you know what I always tell people? I'm prepping. I'm prepping for the end of the world. It's not craft hoarding. It's prepping. No, just kidding. But so today's story time. How about we'll start there. So the very first time, well, I grew up with a single mom, and the very first time we were left home alone, I was, it was the 90s, so I was doing the big old bangs. I was in the bathroom and I was curling my hair, and my younger brother came in and said, "I smell smoke. Are you burning your hair?" And I said, "No, I'm not burning my hair." And I just kept, doing my bangs, and he was out watching a movie, and he continued watching his movie. Well, then I came out of the bathroom quite a little bit later and realized, yeah, there was smoke. There was smoke everywhere, and the whole back half of our house was on fire. And so that was the very first time I had ever been left home alone in charge of my brother to babysit. And the house, half of it burnt down, and so we lived out really rural. And so I called my mother at work, and she's actually the one that called 911. And then I took off. We had a really long driveway out rural. And so I took off out the door and started running to a neighbor's house to go try to talk, get help or something, and realized my brother wasn't even behind me. He was still sitting in front of the TV. I've told him by this time there's fire. It was very clear there was fire. I ran back in the house. He's still sitting in front of the TV watching TV, and I yell at him. And so we both go out the door again, and we run down the driveway into the neighbor's house. And I got him, and he came up there. But by that time, the house was quite in flames. And so, but my mom had called the fire department in the meanwhile. And so, the very first time I was ever left home alone, the house pretty much burnt down. So that was quite the interesting experience. But so yeah, smoke alarms. And we had a really large, it had like remodels and like additions onto the house. And that end of the house didn't have too many smoke alarms that burnt down. But it was quite crazy because my brother had come in and said, do you smell smoke? Are you burning your hair? But I was doing the big old 90s bangs with lots of hairspray, and I didn't smell any smoke at that time. And then 15, 20 minutes later, I left the bathroom, and that's when I realized, oh yeah, two bedrooms were on like up in flames. And so that was quite the experience, being home alone for the very first time. But and then one of the things that burnt was my school books. And so it was like, I think a Friday night or something, or we didn't have school for a couple days. So then it was time to go back to school. And so I went back to school, and I told my teacher, my books all burnt up and my homework is all it burnt up. And he comments back, oh, was it kind of like the dog ate your homework kind of thing? Yeah, right. And I was kind of surprised, but the next day I actually brought a couple of the half burnt books in and showed him, and he felt real bad after that for saying that. But so what caused the fire was we had old lamps that were, I think, from the 60s or something. And the cording just, I guess, was bad or something, and was a little bit frayed. And that lamp, it started at that lamp. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. But so yeah. And we lived really rural, so by the time the fire department got there, it was in flames. It was quite a fire by then. But so yeah, that's kind of story time for today. To the 60s. No, it was a cool 60s lamp that just went up in flames, and it just weird timing. But so that's today's story time. So I think every Thursday I will share maybe a little bit of story time. I've got quite a few. I think in a couple of weeks, maybe I'll share the big one of when I was kidnapped and carjacked. And that was quite the experience. And so I could write a book on all the cool experiences, crazy experiences I've had. But yeah, so on Thursdays, I just want to talk about, different stuff. And so right now I'm just in front of my laptop. Eventually I want to get a Logitech camera so I can shoot from above and be doing art while I'm talking. So you guys don't have to just look at me. You can be watching art while I'm talking. So that'll be kind of fun. So then I was thinking maybe we could do a question of the day every single week. So every Thursday when I do this live stream, I'll probably be on about an hour. So the question of the day today is, okay, so I wanted to ask you guys, what would you do if you won like the lottery, won $5 million? What would you do with that money? So for me, what I would do with that money would be, I would love to buy a huge piece of property, build a working farm on it, and kind of have like recovering addicts or maybe even veterans that need to, PTSD and stuff like that, come out and have people that are like experts in different permaculture and stuff on the farm, and they can help, work on the farm and maybe have some therapists or classes or something to help them while they're there working on the farm. So it's kind of like a work retreat, rehab, I don't know, kind of cool farm, and also for artists as well. Artists could come out and work. So that's what I would do if I were to win like $5 million, is I would try to give back and try to, in the way of having a farm that they could come and live and just treat, some of the issues, different addicts or veterans or people with PTSD, have, or something like that, and have free therapy and classes and things like that for them. So, Rick would spend it on cheese and wine. So I was $5 million. So that's a lot of cheese and wine, but cool. That's awesome. Give most of it to the hungry and homeless. Yeah, definitely. That's really awesome. I think I would definitely give a huge chunk, definitely, because we have a huge problem with hungry and homeless in the US. So that's awesome. But yeah, I would definitely do something like that. We have over like southwest of Portland, we have a farm that I would kind of try to model somewhat after. And they have like agreements with different grocers and like Costco and big, huge grocery stores. And so any produce that's kind of starting to go bad or something, they get that. And so they get truckloads and truckloads of produce. And then they have days where you can come to the farm and pick up free food, whatever the different grocery stores have given them at that time. So that's kind of a neat thing too. I would try to check into doing. And so people can just come to that farm and just get for free the food. So yeah, I would definitely travel too. If I could, that definitely would be, I want to travel to so many places. So where would you travel to, Rick? Would you come to the US and see us all? Or where would you travel to? I think I would probably go to Ireland, Greece, some of those places like that. But so yeah. But I wrote myself a little notes of what we're going to talk about. So Asia first. Yeah, there's a lot of places in Asia I would like to go to. I'm a huge fan of Anthony Bourdain. I was of him. So I watched a lot of Anthony Bourdain. So all the places that he went, he made it always look, really cool. So I don't know if you guys watch Anthony Bourdain, but he's definitely, all those definitely places he loved Asia. So, but yeah, so how are you guys doing today? What are you guys up to? Yes, visit your Celtic past. Me too. Me too. I'm Irish too. So I would as well. You don't do the cold too well, Rick. I not for long extended times, but I do okay in the cold. I do better in the cold than I do the heat. I don't do the heat very well, so. But yeah. So yeah, on my channel coming up. So you're Scottish. All right, awesome, Katie. But on my channel coming up, I'm gonna try to put a video out pretty much every day, but some of them will be like on Tuesdays, a talking video with tips and tricks on paint pouring. Then on Thursday at about 11:30ish Pacific time, I'm going to be doing a live stream and try to tell a story and a little question and stuff like that to get to know you guys. And then I think I will probably do the random with the dice, random colors and stuff, just to see what kind of paintings we can get a few days a week. And then just how I do the videos with just the music, with the paint pouring a few days a week too. So that's kind of the plan for this channel. So, Katie, do you have a plan for your channel? Rick, do you have a plan for your channel? What direction you're going to go or anything like that? Oh, that's really cool, Katie. So, have you done the genealogy to go back and find out, your ancestors? I have on the one side of the family, my grandmother did. On the other side of the family, I don't know so much. I would love to do that. That's really neat to know where, exactly you've come from. How hard is it to crochet? I can crochet, not by pattern. I have a really hard time reading patterns, but I can crochet a blanket. I know, probably 4 or 5 stitches, and then I just know how to crochet from there. But I don't know too much on like maybe a unicorn or a pug. I've done hats, I've done scarves, I've done Afghans. Katie, do you know how to crochet? But yeah, I've got several books on trying to crochet and learn, and I can't follow a pattern for nothing. I don't know. I've seen some great videos, so here on YouTube, I need to just look at the different ones. Oh, Katie, wow. So did you do the genealogy that far back, or did a family member do the genealogy? So maybe Katie would be the one to talk to about crocheting. I don't know. I can't really answer too many questions on crocheting. I do know my grandmother taught me, but just basic things and stuff like that. Rick, do you know what the stitches are? Oh, Katie, so you're the family historian. So that's awesome. I would love to figure out that and do that and get into that. You should do some videos on that and on how you've, because I mean, you've gotten all the way back to 957 AD. So you definitely know what you're doing. So that would be great to learn how to do that. My hair's kind of going wild. So I cut my hair this morning. I cut about 3 inches off. I did it myself, but I think it turned out all right. Ancestry.com. Is that where you've done all of it? So did you do the DNA? I have not done the DNA. My brother just did it Christmas, so I should have, pretty much the same results as him. Yeah, Rick, the instructions don't make any sense to me either ever. But I mean, I'll have to get my Afghans and my hats out sometime and maybe show them. But I've done mainly hats and Afghans in crochet. It was not a good one. The DNA test? It didn't turn out, or? But, so, oh, very basic one. Oh, yeah, I haven't checked into like how in depth the different ones are, but I know my brother did one at Christmas time. I'm not sure which one he did, but he hasn't gotten the results back. Oh, I should do a free trial and just see what I could find. I know my husband's family, his aunt has done a lot, and he was related to a lot of famous people too, going way back. But So yeah. So one of the other things I wanted to mention is I'm also starting a blog because a lot of the times when the paintings I do dry, a lot of people ask to see, what they look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a blog, just on blogger.com, free blog. And I'm going to show the pours after they're done drying, or sometimes I'll paint a scene on them, or like I've just packs on some. And so I'm going to call after the pour, or like the dressers here and jewelry boxes after they're all done. On the blog, I'll show those things of after the pour, how it turns out, the final product. Oh wow, sub-Saharan African. Wow, that's a cool mixture. Too bad it couldn't give you more in depth than 94% Northern European. What exactly, the breakdown of that? Um, yeah, I didn't know which DNA kits give the better, the more in depth results. But one funny thing about the whole DNA kits is I did grow up, everyone told us that we were Native American. Growing up, we were always told we were Native American. And so just recently my aunt did do the ancestry.com, and it's on the side that would be the Native American side. And she it came back no Native American at all, not at all. So it's kind of funny that growing up, we were always told we were Native American, and I guess we're not. 23andMe, and that's the one to suggest. Now, what I was always scared of is I was always told that they sell your DNA, and don't do those DNA kit things because they'll sell your DNA. But I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is. So that's but oh, I've had all my genetic testings done at OHSU. So for illnesses, for genetic testing, I had like in depth a lot of them done, because my blood condition is a blood mutation, and so it's the JAK2 mutation. And so that was actually discovered over at OHSU, I believe 2002. It's a rather new mutation that they've found in the blood. And so the doctors that, like, if I had this blood condition and lived anywhere else in the US, I would have to go to OHSU in Portland, Oregon. So I'm really thankful that I live right here near Portland. And so when I have to see my doctors, it's every 6 months for that appointment. That's where I go, is over to OHSU. So he's a big, because it's a blood mutation in the blood, the JAK2, the JAK2 mutation. So I've had all my genetic testing done for illnesses and medical wise, uh, right after I had my stroke, to find that mutation and find out why I had a stroke. So I have had that done, but not the DNA for like cultural, and find out my where we come from and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, Rick, I'm not sure if you've seen my other my video that's titled 100 subscribers, that talks about my stroke and stuff like that. But I had a stroke, and so that's when the whole medical journey started, and I found out that I had all kinds of medical issues actually. But that'll be another video. I'm going to do a video all about my kind of medical journey stuff. It's got all the different strokes, and chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and blood mutations, and hernias and failed hernia surgeries, and all kinds of fun stuff. But another time. So yeah, so you guys, Katie, are you gonna start your crafting channel up, or yeah? I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying, Rick, about it being convenient that it was discovered right there, but it has given us a lot of answers on how to treat this and not have additional strokes. So I don't know. It gave me a treatment plan, so at least we can keep not have because I've had a couple strokes, so I don't want to. So you're up to 41 subs. I have been doing so much research on how to grow a channel and all the steps to take. So are you gonna, is that your goal? Are you gonna grow that channel to, show crafty videos and your diamond painting and stuff like that? I just got an email that our local craft store has the diamond paintings on 50% off. So I kind of thought of you and thought, I should go get one. Should try it. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, strokes are terrible. We actually don't have strokes in our family. It just happens to be that I have this mutation. And so, and you never know if the mutation gets passed down by females. So, I could give it to my daughter, or my mother could have had it. So it would come from maternal side. But yeah, Katie, I want to go as far as I can with this channel. The one thing I'm torn with is I have so many ideas for this channel. I'm not sure if I should create but they all have to do with paint pouring. So I'm not sure if I should create a second channel to have just the one with the new dice, the at random paint pours, or if I should go to do a second channel on just like talking videos on basics and how to do different crafts. I don't know if I should keep it all on one channel though. Um, I'm up to 133 subscribers. So I've been doing a steady growth of about 2 subscribers a day, but I've been putting a lot of hours into researching on tags and titles and thumbnails and all kinds of stuff on how to, try to get an audience. So if you have any tips and tricks, let me know. And if I learn anything, maybe I'll do a live one day that's just talking about the different things I've done to try to grow this channel. Um, 2 channels is a lot of work. Yeah, well, I would still be putting out the same amount of videos, I'm just wondering if I don't want to flood one channel, because I'm talking putting out at least 1 video a day, maybe 2 videos a day. But I mean, my videos are so short. I'm talking about like 4-minute, 5-6-minute videos maybe 1 or 2 a day. So I wasn't sure if putting these lives or putting some of the longer talking videos on a different channel, but yeah, it would be a lot of hard work, and that I don't know. I don't know what people would be interested in. I don't know if they want to, be flooded with a ton of videos from me. Uh, and I don't know who comes here because we chat together in other chat rooms and who comes here genuinely for just the art and the painting. So, and if anybody's in here that is, just for the art and painting, and if you have any art and painting questions, I definitely can answer any of those. So, Rick, you enjoy the candle making? A kind of funny story about I decided, because I'll decide I'm going to do an art, I'm going to do a craft, and I will buy all the supplies and I'll get this idea and do all the research. And thankfully, painting is the one I have stuck with for quite a long time. But gosh, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, I decided I was going to make candles. And so I ordered a whole bunch of candle making stuff. And so I still have all that. And they're really good scents that are probably going bad. But I don't know if I'm going to end up making candles or going to go ahead and get rid of it. So I don't know, but it would be fun. Hi, Lena. Welcome. Good to see you. So we're just talking a little bit about the direction of our channels and stuff and what we're wanting to do for our channels. So Lena, is the direction for your channel you're wanting to do the dumpster dives, and you do some really cool dives and some really cool finds and videos and stuff. So are you planning on growing, as big as you can, or are you just kind of doing whatever happens? But yeah, one of the things that I did download recently, and I'm just doing the free version, I'm not going to pay for the app, but TubeBuddy, TUBE, TubeBuddy. And so whenever I load a video, it gives me all these suggested tags, and the analytics is a little bit better. I can see, a little bit of the traffic. So one of the things I've been doing is that, and just watching a lot of videos on YouTube about growing a channel and thumbnails and just different things like that, trying to learn more and more. But it's TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy, but TubeBuddy. And it just kind of helps you. One of the things after I load a video, it says thumbnail generator, and I'm able to make a thumbnail from there. And so, but it so far is pretty helpful. But I'm just doing the free version for now, so I can find something a little bit, more. Welcome, Avishkar. Sorry, I don't want to mess up your name. I know I totally did. I have a really hard to pronounce last name too, and people mess that up too, but I'm trying. So, how are you all doing today? And welcome. I did talk a little bit. I know there's a couple of new people in here, but about on Thursdays, every Thursday, I will be doing this live, and I'm going to do a story time. And so today's story time, I talked about the time my house caught on fire when I was a kid and burnt halfway down. And so in a couple of weeks or next week, possibly, I'm going to talk about the time I got kidnapped and carjacked. Yeah, come back every Thursday at 11:30 Pacific time, and I'm going to have a story time, and we'll talk about art and our YouTube channels and just different things like that. I'm good. I'm glad you're fine. A Robert Frost story. Oh, I don't know any Robert Frost stories by heart. I've read a little bit of Robert Frost, but that would be really cool if I knew it by heart. That would be awesome. I love books. I also sell books on Amazon. So I actually have I have 2 storage units full of books. So I have about 10,000 books. But how I acquired all these books is I was on Craigslist under free one time, and it was by donation only. A bookstore that was going out of business could come and get as many books as you want by donation. So I went and I didn't want to take a ton of his books. So I got I think a box and a half of books, and I gave him $20. And he asked me, what I was going to do with them. And I told him I sold books on Amazon. And at that time, I only had about 200 books. And he took my card and everything. And so the next time, at the end of the weekend, he messaged me and said, "Hey, I still have a whole ton of these books here. Do you want to come and get them? I will just give them to you. I got to get rid of these books," because he had a bookstore going out of business. He had to get out of the space. And so I said, "Sure, I'll come get them." I'm thinking, how many does he really have? He had quite the crowd there getting free books the 3 days before. And so I show up and I've got, my little minivan and stuff. Oh no, it was like 4 van loads of books, but I mean, it was awesome. I ended up, because he needed the money donation for medically for him, his family. And so I had all the money I could possibly donate to him, but I gave him $200. So I gave him 20 the couple days before that, and then 200 when I picked up the 4 van loads of books. And so I got about 10,000 books for about $220. And so that was back 5 years ago. 6 years ago. So I've been selling books on Amazon from that same load of books for quite some time. I mean, I've gotten little lots here and there or estate sales where people have given me books, but that's been my main books for sales. But so yeah, that's my income. I work from home. I sell books on Amazon. I sell my artwork on Etsy, and then I help my husband with his business. So that's how I'm, usually around and in the chats, because I'm working from home. I'm usually listing books or painting or something while, chatting with you all. So yeah, I can't believe I cut my own hair earlier. But so yeah, I'm gonna actually dye my hair later. Uh, I grabbed it so I could show you and see what you guys can think. So this is my natural color, and I haven't dyed it since. I lost all my hair in I guess 2014, 2000, yeah, late 2014 is when I lost all my hair, and so I had purple hair and all kinds of hair before that, but I have not dyed it since then, and this is my completely natural hair color. So I bought this earlier today. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but it's darkest berry burgundy. I don't know how well it's picking up, but so yeah, I'm going to dye this color later today. But yeah, I've never cut my own hair, but I don't like spending money on all that crap. So I watch YouTube videos, and so I put it back in a ponytail, like a low ponytail, and then it says fluff out the hair right here, where it's not quite so tight. So I fluffed out the hair right here, and then you go down about 3-4 inches and you put another ponytail, and then you cut it below there. So, and it gave it, just a little bit of layer there is what I was looking for. Not too much, but just a little bit, kind of A-line is what I was kind of looking for. So I was happy with it and I saved the money. So that worked. So yeah, I've used this dye before. It's a lot more gentler on the hair and stuff. So I'm gonna do that later. Maybe I'll have to do a live tomorrow just to show you, and to show you the new dice thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm kind of excited about this that I brainstormed. I have so many ideas for this channel, but I'm really excited to do the I'm going to write down, the dice. If I roll a whatever, I'll do this technique, and then we'll roll more dice, and it's how many colors I'll be pouring. And then it'll be also how many, what colors. So it'll all be at random, and we'll see what types of paintings, sometimes I'm sure they're going to look horrible, and sometimes I'm really hoping for some pretty paintings. So I think it'll be fun to just see what kind of random stuff we can get. So, but yeah, that's just some of the ideas. Yeah, I like the little packet of conditioner that comes in here after you dye it. It smells really good. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it later by myself and save the money and do a whole cut and dye job for, I think this was $7. So save a little money. But yeah, I've lately, the last few days, I've sold quite a few things on Etsy. It's been really nice. Does anybody else have an Etsy store or sell anything online or anything like that? I've sold stuff online for years on Amazon, eBay, Etsy. I was actually one of the first couple hundred people on Etsy back 2004 when they first started. You can't find me on Etsy. I put a link in every single one of my videos, has a link now. But it's Whimsy Creek Boutique is my Etsy name. I should have a business card right here. Actually, I just ordered new business cards. They're really pretty. Here. Is it on this? No, I've got banners for when I go to the craft sales. But that one, it's Whimsy Creek Boutique, but that doesn't have the actual address. But oh, there's my business cards. I see them. Oh, that's the book business cards. But anyways, on all of my videos, I added the link. So that's another thing that I was researching. Supposedly you can find a lot more traffic to your videos, having multiple links and backlinks, linking to other videos on your channel. On my about page. So Katie, on the about page, one of the things I'm having a hard time is I want to add on my about page, that's not really I don't think a clickable link, but I want to add, like my Instagram and my Etsy and, some of my other social media, but I'm having a hard time adding an actual clickable link to the about page. All right, Snizzy. Well, I'm going to be doing this live every single Thursday. So come back, story time, all kinds of fun stuff. So go pick up little Snizzy at school, and we're every single Thursday about 11:30 Pacific time. My paint. But come back another time, maybe. But yeah, well, have a good day, and I'm sure I'll see you in other chats. But yeah. So, but yeah, the links, I've been trying to add them to my videos, so every single video's got a link to the recipe that I use to paint pour, how I mix my paint and stuff, kind of just different links. And I've read that really is helpful, just to keep your traffic, people on your channel, something to click on to go to another video on your channel, or else to your Etsy, or if you want to send them anywhere like that. So, do you guys have any, I don't know, some people have, for some reason, like at the bottom of their about page, it won't look like a clickable link, but it'll say like Etsy, Instagram, and you click on it and it'll go to their Etsy or their Instagram. So I don't know. I haven't been able to figure out how to add some of the other social media, because I thought I did find the area where you put it in. So I put in my Etsy link, and then it says pending approval. And it has said pending approval for, I don't know, a month or so. But yeah. But yeah, and I'm going to be starting my blog soon. That is going to have, once everything is done, the pour is going to call after the pour. And so some of the things, when I actually paint pictures on them and stuff like that, I'll be adding pictures of the final product. Yeah, I've been listing them in my description, because I've figured out how to do that finally. Yeah. And that's the other thing with the Tube Buddy that I was telling you about, that app, that tool. It was really nice because you can go in and mass change your descriptions, or so you can change all your descriptions of all your videos at once, so you can mass change things. So that was another little thing on that Tube Buddy that was helpful. But now I'm just trying to figure out how I can live stream, because I have the Kodak camera that I usually, so right here is my lights, and right there's a tripod, and I hook the camera up to this tripod, and then I film the table from above, and that's how I do all my filming of my videos. Well, the first live stream I did that with my phone, because I can't figure out how to live stream from the camera. And it kept going, autofocusing really, really bad, and it was bad quality. So now we're on the laptop, but I can't figure out how to like be painting and stuff while live streaming. So I guess I was going to get a webcam, an actual Logitech external webcam, and that's the only way I can figure out how, because I I was trying to figure out doing it from my actual camera, but the HDMI output is not a clean output is what I was trying to figure out. And I have to have either a capture card or an HDMI converter to then hook into the laptop and stream through the camera. So I think it was just easier to go the webcam, but I'm hoping to sell more art so I can get a webcam. So yeah. And then I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this channel soon. Soonish. When I get to 300 subscribers, I'm going to give away an 8x10 painting. So share the channel everywhere. Would you guys like me to share your channels? Let me know. I don't want to share your channels if Katie, I'm assuming you would want me to share your craft channel if you're wanting me to. Just let me know, and I would love to share your guys' channels on my social media as well. If you guys want to find me on Twitter, I'm on Twitter actually under a different name, but I'm on Twitter under Meg's Creations, and that's my old Etsy shop. I just haven't changed the name yet, but you can find me on. I've been on Twitter for quite some time, but I can share on Twitter your crafting channel. I'm assuming, but and Lena, if you want me to share your channel, but share my channel everywhere you can. I definitely want that. But so when I hit 300 subscribers, I'm going to give away, I'm going to take like 6 8x10. I'm going to do a video at that point once I hit the 300 subscribers. And I'm going to have like 6 8x10 paintings that are all completely done. And I'm going to let the winner choose. So then people will like comment on that video when I do the 300 subscriber video giveaway. They can comment, and then I'll randomly pick a comment, and then you can choose 1 out of 6 of the paintings. So I'll have like a variety of 6 different 8x10 paintings. So once I hit 300 subscribers, I'll be getting an 8x10 painting away. So if you want to help share the channel everywhere, then hopefully we can get to 300 subscribers sooner, and I'll give the painting away. And then I'm going to do a giveaway of different art, different paintings every several hundred subscribers or something like that. Then, I was thinking about giving a little bit bigger painting away at like 1,000 subscribers, but that's some way down the road. You do paracord stuff too? I've made a couple of paracord bracelets. I guess you could say I'm the Jane of all trades of crafting art. I've actually done quite a bit of different stuff, but I can do a couple little techniques of most everything. And then with painting is my main, thing, or paper crafting. I lots of scrapbooking, lots of paper crafting, but yeah, I'm mainly painting and stuff like that. But I'm trying to incorporate in my painting a whole lot of other crafts like on the paint pours. So that's going to be part of the blog I'm starting too, will be how I do string art on paint pours, how I add paper art, applique on paint pours and stuff like that. Kills your fibromyalgia. Yeah, I get that. So I don't know if I have fibromyalgia. I've actually been to a couple doctors that suggested that possibly I had fibromyalgia, but then I've been to a couple doctors that say, no, absolutely not. But I have a lot of the similar symptoms, but it's also because I have the autoimmune disorder. And so we don't know if it's just mimicking fibromyalgia symptoms, or if I actually maybe do have fibromyalgia. But so yeah, I understand. And I live in a climate where it's so wet and stuff that, yeah, I feel the aches and pains. Have you always lived in Arizona, Katie? Or have you lived in other places to where maybe you haven't felt do you feel a difference in Arizona than other climates you've lived, or have you always lived there? But I don't know. It's hard to show. My wrist is, it's hard to show. Maybe. but the tendon right here is like snapped. It's hard to show. In real life, you can see it. It's quite obvious. You can kind of see it there where it's bulged. But so yeah, I have a lot of wrist pain a lot of times. Okay, so you grew up in Oregon. Um, did you have the fibromyalgia in Oregon? Because did you since moving to Oregon or to Arizona, do you feel a better with the climate? Because a lot of people that have fibromyalgia live up here. They moved to Arizona just for the climate to help them with their fibro, or get just so much moisture up here. It really is bad on fibro. I think we've talked about it before. You grew up in Oregon, but oh yeah, monsoon season. Yeah, I watched your video earlier of it pouring down rain. Yeah, I can bet because those are some heavy downpours. So I can imagine the barometer or whatever is probably taking quite the dip to create quite the aches and pains. So, but how long does monsoon season down there? How long does that typically last? I know it's obviously changing, but yeah, the pressure changes. You feel them. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I use a lot of my art and my crafts and to kind of a therapy and to help with some of the aches and pains and stuff that I, try to get out of my own head about, otherwise I just not feel sorry for myself, but more just like get stubborn and, why the heck does this have to be happening to me? But so yeah, art and stuff like that really helps calm the mind with, a lot of the medical stuff I go through. But wow, that's quite the monsoon season. And I'm sure it's probably, I think, lengthening with, climate change and stuff. I would assume maybe it's getting less. I don't know. But I would assume maybe it's lengthening. Climates the whole climate change is we've had quite the different climates up here. We still have our rain and everything, but we get some heat in the summer like we never used to really get, and so it's just been kind of a different, and we don't get the amount of rain, we still get rain almost every day and stuff, but usually, we would get heavier downpours and more of an accumulation of rain. We don't The last few years haven't really we've had some pretty dry winters. You have moss growing on the ground? Oh, we have moss, so much moss up here. I actually want to do some moss art. Get some moss and dry it. There's some really cool moss out at the coast, up Washington, Oregon coast. And dry some moss out and do some art with some moss. I always think art about everything that you can possibly. So yeah. Yeah, you're in the Sonoran Desert. Yep. I've driven through there once, long, long time ago, as a kid. After my parents divorced, we went, I think 4 summers in a row. We would go to grandma and grandpa's house they lived in California, and we would go there all summer long. And then they would travel in their RV. So, like one summer, we went to the Grand Canyon. One summer, we went to Yellowstone. One summer, and like we took the whole summer to go to this place, and we went to all the places around it and all the tourist stuff. One summer we went to Arkansas and saw a bunch of other relatives, and so it was really neat. I'm so thankful that not a lot of grandparents would do that, and it's their time to travel in their RV and stuff, and they take the grandkids the whole summer. And so they did that for about 4 summers with us. And so we did go down to the Grand Canyon and spent a whole summer traveling around Arizona and stuff like that. But that's the only time I've been down there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. I wish I could go more as an adult and be able to, you enjoy, you take it in different than when you were a kid, the beauty of Mother Nature and stuff. So, but yeah, I traveled a lot. About 9 years old to 13 years old, we traveled every single summer. So, seeing a lot of cool stuff then. But would love to do a lot more traveling. I follow a lot of the RV channels and the van lifers, and I get jealous of their life, of their being able to travel. And I often joke with my husband, once we can retire and stuff, maybe we should get a toy hauler and turn the whole back into like art studio and travel around and do art shows and summer music festivals and sell my art, but be able to see the country and stuff and travel in an RV, but still do art and sell art. That would be the dream, but we'll see. I don't know. I have so many dreams. We'll see whatever ends up happening. 80 degrees today. Wow. I think it was 50 today. I actually, where's my phone? I don't know what degree it was today. I actually haven't gone outside at all today. I know it's been about average temperature. Yeah, I think it's about 52 right now, my phone says. But and we usually dip down about 30, 34 at night this time of year, but last night was like 45, 48 degrees, and it was so hot. That was warm, for me, and then for a nighttime temperature. We could definitely feel the difference in our house. But I like the house a lot cooler at night. I can't sleep with a warm house at night. But yeah, I couldn't deal with some of the heat you have down there, Katie. I love my climate up here, actually, even though it's, kind of miserable having the rain all the time, but you get used to it. We say a lot of times you can tell somebody that's not from around here if they've got an umbrella, because a lot of people that live around here don't usually have an umbrella. But I love our climate. I really think I like having the 4 seasons. We definitely have 4 seasons up here, and I enjoy that. We do a lot in the summer, camping and fishing. My husband's going to start a channel, and so where he's going to show all of our camping and our fishing and our foraging for our berries and our mushroom hunting and everything we do. So that'll be really cool this summer to be able to share with you guys some of our outdoor adventures. We do geocaching. Geocaching is a GPS thing where you go find like little treasures. They're hidden and it's on a website and it's all done by GPS. That's kind of a fun little thing we do. So we'll show a lot of that this summer. My husband's going to start a channel for that. Yeah, I'm sure you don't get quite the 4 seasons, but I mean, it's a double-edged sword too. We have 4 seasons, and some of those, aren't the best, especially if people have fibro and stuff like that. So it's a double-edged sword too. So yeah. I got a coffee today. I'm a huge coffee drinker, huge tea drinker. Well, Katie's the only one chatting. Who else is in here? Who else? Is Robert still here just dealing with Liberty? But I'm a huge coffee and tea drinker, and my husband picked me up a coffee this morning, so that was really awesome. Am I going to do art for you to see? I can't right now, but I'm hoping to, because I film usually right here from this, and I do acrylic pour art. And so check out some of my other videos. But I was having a hard time with the stream with getting a good picture from above. So I can only do in front of the laptop. But I can show you some of my art if you would like to see. Here's, I think this is actually in the thumbnail of this. And this is just a little 6x6 canvas, but I'm going to do a live stream every single Thursday. And so I will be doing art live on the live stream very, very soon. I'm just trying to work out webcam issues. You can, It's hard to figure out where your finger is. You can kind of see, whoa. Okay, let's try. It's hard to figure out where your finger is, but up there I did it earlier and was able to point fine. On those shelves is a lot of my other art, but it's hard to point. Anyways, here's a feather I did. And so this is, I have a video on this one. But yeah, I have a lot of videos, and so I've got a lot more plans for videos. Really cool random color videos that are going to be coming out. This one is done with blowing through aquarium tubing. So yeah, not I can't do any art today. Sorry. I really wish I could live right now, but I can't right now. But very, very soon. And so I will be doing lives every Thursday, though, and a little bit of a story time every live. This story time today was about the very first time I was ever left home alone and the house burnt down. So you'll have to go back to the beginning of the video to watch that. But I'll leave this on once I'm done. But here's that's a light switch cover I did. I believe this is a video too. So, but yeah, sorry about I can't do any art right now though, because we're on the laptop, and I actually tried to figure out how to suspend the laptop up above the art to live stream off, but it wasn't working out. So I'll have to figure that one out another time. But yeah, that feather Katie, that one's done a swipe technique. And I actually did that with a piece of a bubble gum wrapper because a gum wrapper has kind of the serrated edge. So I was able to get that technique. So I've been kind of messing around with when you swipe through the paint, that's called a swipe technique. And so I've been working on swiping with just all kinds of different things using different tools, just kitchen tools and just recyclables and different stuff. So yeah. But, and then I hope to eventually, when I do the lives, be able to figure out Hangouts. And so I will hope to put Hangouts on the live. And so you can maybe show me some of your guys' art or hobbies or, crafts you do too. And we can talk about that, because Katie, she does amazing diamond painting. Katie, can you put a link? I'm not sure. If not, I can mod you because I need a mod anyways. But if you're wanting to be a mod, but put a link if you're able to your other channel, your crafting channel. If you would like, you can go ahead and put a link there. But so, where did I learn the acrylic pouring technique? So are you new to my channel then? Subscribe if you aren't. I'm going to do, at 300 subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway of an 8x10 painting. But how I learned. Okay, so in 2005, I had a stroke. I could not walk. I could not talk, nothing. I was completely paralyzed left-sided. And I had to teach myself over 6 months to a year's period of time to shut my eye again, swallow again, everything over again. So then in 2013, I had another stroke. I didn't want to teach myself. I didn't want to be back to square one. And I was really worried about physical therapy and stuff like that because I did not get the bestest of physical therapy, honestly. Well, I did in the hospital, but once I left the hospital, I did not get the best physical therapy of my first stroke. So it was mentioned to me to check out this type of painting. And so I researched it and I taught myself how to do it. And so it's done by different types of technique, pouring the paint on, flipping a cup, different ways, but you get the paint onto your surface, your canvas, and then you tilt it. So my stroke was left-sided weakness. My whole left side was paralyzed. So I tilt, and that's how I learned how to use my left side again, just memory again, that's just the art therapy and how not to, get all crazy again after having another stroke that I was, that I didn't go, into a dark place and stuff. And so the way I learned how to do this is because I had a stroke, and it was through my recovery process of my stroke. And so it's been amazing art therapy for me and amazing physical therapy at the same time. So that's kind of quickly my story, but I have a video that's labeled 100 subscribers, and I share kind of that same story what I pretty much just said, but a little bit more in detail. But yeah, I had it. My first stroke I had when I was driving, and my second stroke I had in the hospital right after an abdominal surgery. And so, yeah, it was amazing, and it helped me amazing. So I think everybody should find their hobby, their outlet, their art. I think everybody has an artistic, bone in them, or artistic, crafty thing in them. And they just need to find their thing. And I think everyone could really benefit from being able to have that creative release and being able to, just get out of the current, goings on and whatever's going on in your world. So that's kind of what I do and how I use it. But I have subscribe if you're not already, because I have a lot of plans for this channel on where to go and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, when that you post a link, I wasn't sure. I have no mod, so I'm not sure how to. Katie, are you willing to be a mod on my channel for my lives? You don't have to be here every Thursday, but when you're here, just let me know if you're wanting to. I totally understand if you don't want to, though. I completely understand. No pressure at all. But okay, let me see if I can figure out how to. But then you can do links and stuff like that. Add moderator. So Katie Moonchild is now a moderator. So try to say something, see if you have a rich. So you're my first mod. Congratulations. Let's see if we can go crazy and wild and viral with this channel, and then I'll really need you. Yep, you're in blue. So great. I knew how to do that. I wasn't sure. So, but no pressure if you're busy on Thursdays, but I'm going to mainly try to be live on Thursdays. And so if you happen to be here, if you could just mod for me, but no big deal. And if you want to put a link, you can put a link. But good to have you here, though. I missed you for, over the holidays and stuff. You get worried about people that you chat with all the time, and then you don't see them around and stuff. So what time? So on Thursdays, I'm on Pacific time. So I'm going to do about 11:30 every Thursday. And so we're going to have a story time, which today's was about the fire. Then we're going to have a question of the day. Today's question of the day is, if you won $5 million, what would you do with that $5 million? And so if people are watching this after the actual live, go ahead and put in the comments. I'd love to, you learn a lot about a person when they answer that question. What would you do with $5 million if you won the lottery or won $5 million somehow? What would you do with it? So go ahead and put that, and I'm curious to see what people have to say, what they would do with that amount of money. No, during the day, 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, a.m. So yeah, I'm going to try to get on a regular schedule with my channel. Yes, 11, probably 11:30 is probably more accurate. I try to be on time, but I get nervous. And then I'm like, oh, and then 11:30 is the time that I actually probably will be on. I'll get better as I get more comfortable. This is my, I think my third live so far. But yeah. So I'll probably be on here about 10 more minutes, and then I'll probably get off of here. I got to head to the post office. I did get a P.O. box, so that's kind of cool new thing. And as long as I have been selling online, it's been crazy that I haven't had one this long. But I got a P.O. box last week. So yeah, I'll be adding my P.O. box to my channel, but not that I want you guys to send me anything. I definitely don't need any more things. But yeah, so I gotta go to the P.O. box here in a little bit and check it. But and send a couple things that I sold. I sold a jewelry box, a light switch cover, a cross, several things the last few days. Facebook. I did set up a new Facebook for just Whimsy Creek. So it's Whimsy Creek Art. And so I can put a link maybe after this in the description of this. But Lena, would you like to mod for me? Okay. And no pressure if you're not here on Thursdays, no big deal. But I think I'll probably add my husband as well. Sometimes he stops in. But I believe you are now a mod, Lena. But that should be good. Two, 3 mods for now. I think we're pretty safe in here so far. But yeah, on Facebook, I'm Whimsy Creek Art is, I believe, the Facebook I did. Let me double check that. I think it was Whimsy Creek Art. Because I'm trying to have a little bit more of a Facebook presence with the channel and with my Etsy. So now I have the 2 Facebooks. I have a personal one too, of course. But I never get on that anymore because it got so political, and I do not like to see everybody's political posts. So, hi, Miss. Do I ever use metallic paint? Yes, a lot actually. So I use a lot of gold. I use a lot of silver. I use a lot of pearl color. But I also have like this one. It's a color shift. So this is a very metallic paint. It shifts color. It's kind of spendy too for this little bottle. It doesn't, when you do the pour, it gets lost in the pour. It doesn't really like the metallic goes away. So certain metallic colors will kind of like just go with other colors. Like they don't like the actual colors mix, but the metallic of them, like they'll make the bordering colors kind of shiny too. So you just kind of got to experiment with which metallic colors will work. But a lot of gold, silvers, blue metallics work really good. Green metallics, some of the lighter metallics is what kind of I have a hard time with. Now that's when I actually pour. I use a lot of metallics to do the painting on top a lot of times. I save them for then. And then I even have, where is it? It was a little tiny bottle, and it was like $8, and it was like an iridescent medium. That was a complete waste. That you could not see. You could not even, it just went away in the pour. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely have to experiment with what colors work, what brands of paint work, which colors within a brand, because maybe a whole brand of paint will work, but this one color just doesn't work in that brand. And so it's years of experimenting to figure out which ones work and which ones don't. But yeah, like, okay, this is a light blue pearl. It's a like metallic blue. It kind of get lost in the pour, but the darker metallics work better. I don't know if that makes sense, but so yeah. Hi, Miss. How are you doing today? Is your weather, is it warming up, or have you gotten any snow, or is it still just cold and no snow? I don't know. I wrote myself down a little list of the different things I'm going to talk about. I'm out of my list to talk about, but if you guys want to talk about it, have any suggestions of a subject, I'll definitely talk about anything else. But any of my planned subjects I talk about, I'm out of those. So, what would you guys like to talk about now? And eventually, I want to figure out how to work the OBS system or whatever, to where you can put the not copyrighted music, so we can play a little bit of music during the live streams too. Cold, no snow. How about you, Lena? Do you have snow there? We don't have snow. We haven't had any snow this year. We usually have every year a few days of snow, but not like a heavy amount or a ton of snow. It'll be just a day or two of snow, but we don't seem to have any snow this year. Do I do the painting with making the jewelry? So when I make jewelry, the only time I make jewelry is because the market for jewelry is so flooded. If you go to any craft fair, there's tons of jewelry sellers. So I'm not purposely trying to make jewelry, but what I do is because I already have these like scraps. So that was probably a beach pour with the brown and the blues. So I have all these scraps that always dry in the bottoms of the pan and they peel right out of the pan. So it was mainly why I made the jewelry is because I don't like to waste a lot. So I needed some way, some reason to use up. So they call these skins when it dries, and some people make skins on purpose. I make skins just because that's the like leftover paint in the bottom. So the skins when that's when I make the jewelry. I don't know where any of them are to show you. Actually, I might. Sorry, my big old booty in the way. So this is my bag that I take when I go to my craft fairs. It's got my scissors, it's got my pins, it's got my price tags, everything. And I think down in here is one of the necklaces. I think I was working on it. Let's see. I think somewhere is one of those necklaces. I saw one day. But in here is my business card. Oh, that actually, just a second. It shows my name. Okay. I don't know if that's backwards for you guys. But there's my Instagram and my email. But here, I'll just fold it in half. It's hard to read. I don't know if it's backwards. But that's my Etsy. But I had to fold it in half so it's not my name on there. But I thought in this bag, when I was at one of my sales, I stuck one of my necklaces. This is kind of a catch-all bag that I take to all my craft sales. So I've got a razor, I've got Kleenex, all this stuff. Glue in case I got to glue something back. Price tags. But I thought in it was one of the necklaces that did not sell. I don't do as many craft sales this time of the year. My next one is February. A couple more weeks. That's what I'm getting ready for. I must have put it somewhere else. I don't do too much jewelry, just to use up those skins and those, leftover paint and stuff. But I'll do them on Scrabble tiles, on dominoes, things like that. But so I don't even remember what I was saying or where I was going with that. But I'll have to get some of my jewelry out. By next Thursday, I'll get some out so I can show you guys this next week. You want to see a failed attempt at something? It's kind of funny. I try to use everything paint. When I say I paint on everything, I paint on everything. So this, do you recognize what it is? It's a mousetrap. But what I was going to do is I was going to make these. I poured on it. I took it apart, part of it. And so I was going to put a magnet on the back. And then this little part here, it's going to hold like a memo. Like it would hold notes or it would hold things on the fridge. But I don't know. I don't know how well that would go over. So I made one. I never ended up actually selling any of these, but I had a whole bunch of a brand new package of mouse traps sitting around, and I didn't know what to do with them. So I thought I would try to paint them. But I thought I could put a magnet on the back and then just because I've taken it apart, part of it and stuff. And it could use, like put your notes, put your memos there. But I don't know. I'm always thinking of all kinds of ideas. My mind, I wake up, I have a notepad next to the bed that I think of this idea or that idea, the next thing that I want to paint on or create something with my paintings and stuff. Um, Somewhere right there, yay, is the candy jar. Those are with the terracotta pots. I thought that up in the middle of the night one night. So yeah, I literally paint on everything I can think of, even mouse traps. So yeah, it's about 3 a.m. every night when the inspiration hits. I have an Apple phone, just a memo thing with just all kinds of stuff I think of, color combinations and surfaces I can paint on, and different ways, techniques, and stuff. So, but I'll be making all kinds of videos of all kinds of those fun things. So, but all right, well, what do you guys got planned for the rest of your day? I need to be getting off here pretty soon. I've been on now an hour and 20 minutes. And so I need to get ready to head up to the post office. So what are you guys going to be doing? All right. Catching up on laundry. I did that the other day. I usually try to do a load of laundry a day so it doesn't get backed up. But unfortunately, I had let it get backed up. And so the other day was a full day of laundry, and I hate doing that. I like to get it, like 1, 2 loads a day so it doesn't get backed up. But yeah, I get that. I hate the laundry. It always seems to stack up. So, all right. Well, have fun doing your laundry. And then also good luck on any dumpster dives. And I look forward to seeing more videos. And I look forward to seeing more crafting videos from you, Katie. And it's great to see you around. And I hope everybody can come back next Thursday. So, and see some of my other videos between now and then. Tomorrow should be the first video of the random with the dice. So look forward to that. That should be fun. We'll see what kind of random colors the dice tells me to pour with. So, all right. Well, you guys have a great day. And thanks so much for coming by, and come again next Thursday. All right. Bye.